Myself, day one, falling forward. Little short video I just uploaded. Seems such small things that I'm doing, but I lost the momentum on it. I was doing it very easily. And it's all gone a bit, it's got a bit heavy, let's say. So, it is what it is. Start again, try again, falling forward. I love that term, because you're not on your back. You're falling forward, so it took me 20 minutes to get my rubbish sorted, to get it at the top of the stairs. It took me 10 minutes to sort my food out, which should only take about 2 minutes. It took me 10 minutes to get ready, which is just meaning put my hair up and put a brush over my beard and put my coat on. It's just a lot of not wanting to, do you know what I mean? But falling forward, like I said. So anyway, check the video out. I'm going to do that every day, one of those videos. Just to force myself to do stuff, and I might fail on certain things, and I'll put that in there as well. So I was gonna, because I've eaten all my keto cake that I made on Friday, so I was going to make another keto cake, but my energy level's a bit low. And when I was over the road, they had this. It's a protein bar, but so it's got lower sugars, so I don't mind having it with lower sugars. I'm not having a packet of crisps, but I am having that later as a possibly a treat. I think protein fills you up. Do you know what I mean? So I've watched so many videos, learned so much over time. I got my yellow shirt on still. Sort of, we're getting there. So we've just uploaded a 3-minute short, I think it was called. So I don't know what that means. I always thought a short video was a 60-second video, so I don't know. So the dinner is, I didn't realise you can do a thumbnail before you start, but I couldn't get the picture to take it how I wanted it, so it kept missing the bits I wanted it to take. So phones are alright, but if you're going to do this as much as I'm doing it, I kind of need like a camera or something. I don't know. I was going to buy one. When was it? 6 years ago, I had my eyes on one. I was going to vlog my comeback. Well, we've had 2 waters. There's 2 things we've done. We've done 2 waters. We've done our cleanse, and second our detox. So we've done that. That's something we weren't doing. So we've done that again. And we've been drinking out of the copper cups. It's not great tasting. I don't know if that's because it's in copper or if because I'm allowing it to sit in the copper cup too long. Because it's got that mechanical? Metallic-y taste. Hello Jamal, how are you, buddy? Hello Chris. Congratulations, a cat lover has joined your life. I like cats, I just don't like the way they use and abuse. They don't abuse. Well, they do abuse you. They abuse your furniture. Do you know what I mean? And they just use you. They use you and abuse your furniture. There, that's a good one. I do love it though. Do you know what I mean? Forehead. Well, yeah, it's called pulling your hair back, mate. Why would I want to get injections in here and pay for all that horrible, evil Botox going into my body when I can just put my hair back like this and get free Botox, mate? Why wouldn't I want to do that? Can we do a collab? I don't know what you do, buddy. So, understandable. Yeah. I do like them, but I also worry about cats as well. If I had a cat, I'd be worried about if he's all right, if a fox is on it or some dickhead's on it. You know what I mean? So that's why I don't want a cat, and I want to maybe move around. So you can't really. I did see a video the other day. A YouTuber, she's got a cat. And she takes it around with a lead. She's out in the middle of like nowhere in nature and stuff, and she's like got it on a lead when she's out there. She's in like I don't know where it was, Lake District or something like that, and she's just in some random pond swimming, and she's got her cat with her in the middle of nowhere on a lead. I suppose a lot of people don't do it, but why not? You know, why can't a cat go on holiday with you on a lead? Why not? Why not? Why not? I don't know what you do there, Zidu. Sorry. I do what I do. I do me. I'm just being me. So I'm I'm trying to do my Sunday lunch. And it's 6 p.m. and I'm cooking a Sunday lunch. That's how far I am behind today. I woke up at 5 a.m. I think. Took me a couple of hours to get back asleep. Or I woke up at 6 a.m. and it took me a few hours to get back asleep. And I woke up at like 2. No sleep aid tonight, so we got to go back to suffering a little bit, I think. And get back to where we were. So, we went from 28 viewers down to 1. How do you drop that many so quick? Why did they join? I put a thumbnail up, didn't I? I understand when you've got a weird thumbnail. I think it creates its own thumbnail so you can't see what I'm doing. I understand that because people are like, what's he doing? What's he doing? But once they see it, they leave. I get that. But I did a thumbnail so they should kind of know what's in there. Do you know what I mean? So it should take a bit of the, what's he up to? What I used to call my titles. Puzzle of positivity. So people would come in, they didn't know what it was. And then as soon as they'd seen it, it was just a puzzle, a jigsaw, they'd leave, which made sense. So I don't know why you get such an influx. Because they can see the thumbnail. They're literally going to be staring at me in my kitchen, cooking my food. So yeah. We've got our lights on behind. They've been on all night long. I ain't got the energy to get up and unplug them. We're going to have to get a little extension lead to make it come down so we don't have to get up. I've been thinking about that for 3 Christmases, 3 years. Is it 3 Christmases this one now this year? This will be my 4th Christmas here, I think. So, we've got to try and buy one. Hello there, the cheeky monkey. How are you, buddy? At least I know what your name is. So if you're a little bit cheeky, I understand it. That is some shit parking, dude. Why would you park like that? What is wrong with people? It's a pedestrian path. They just fucking parked on a diagonal. Disabled person comes along, somebody on a mobility scooter, somebody with a buggy, they got to go around it. Somebody who's blind is fucked. If somebody's blind now, they're walking straight into that car. Absolute idiots. Bloody idiots, isn't it, eh? Understandable. Hello. Just wanted to say that the King of Kings, the King incarnated. Alright, okay, well that's great. Thanks for letting me know. You use that word now, is it? Well. Fair play. You got through my my blocks. Alright. Many thanks. It's a nice comment anyway. I get annoyed when people park that. I'm able, and I know some people aren't able. And then when they park on a corner where people got to cross, do you know what I mean? That's their crossing spot on a corner. And when they park across this, you should see it. I don't want to show it because obviously it's license plates and it gives my freaking thingy away. So, oh look at that number. I might take a screenshot of that. Ah, you parked that there. Idiots. Now I know why they parked it there. I'm writing my eyeliner. Do. Can't even take a picture without showing it. Damn. Hasty upon me. Well, you're not seeing what I'm seeing. Wonder why. Idiots. Sorry, I'm not paying attention there, Celestial. Is it Celestial? Sorry. Something's parked in my eye line. Happens to be right in my window line to annoy me, because people know I don't like that sort of parking. There you are. Okay. There you go. Can't take a picture. I usually take a picture. So I thought, sod it. I'll put it on the live. We are called to love our neighbours. Yeah, I believe in all that. It's simple, isn't it? I do believe in that. If you just love your neighbour and your neighbour loves their neighbour and their love, you know what I mean? It is very simple to create a kind of a happy world. Do you know what I mean? That's why I talk about opening doors for people. Just small bits of energy, passing a bit of positivity on left, right and centre. It's kind of like looking after your neighbour. Do you know what I mean? So Thirsty Thursdays. It's a Thursday for you, is it? Is it? For me, it is Sunday, and it's 6 p.m. on an English time. It's now 6:10, and I'm making a Sunday lunch. That's comical. My hair is falling out again. So, nice seeing you again. Hello, Plum. What does that mean? What does that mean? Gabo Labo. What does it mean? I'm always worried to say stuff that's foreign or looks foreign, because it might be a troll moment. Trying to get me to say something bad. Well, we rid our bike. We've gone to the trees. We fed some squirrels. Gabo Labo. Do you believe in God? In my way? I want to know what it means. What does it mean? What does Gabo Labo mean? Why didn't you park near the shop where you were going into? Plenty of space. Plenty of space to park near the shop where they're going into. But no, you're going to park it outside my window. Plenty of space over there to park, but you thought you'd park right there. And you knew I'd be able to see something on that angle. Oh well. Is this girl? Alright, I banned that word. I don't know how you managed to use that word. I banned that word. Girl. Well, I suppose you could be mistaken, I suppose. Do you know what I mean? Is that supposed to get at me or something? Hello, it means hello, does it? It must be awkward when you can just write the word hello and you've got to use 1, 2, 3. You've got to use 8 letters to create what we do for 5. And then some other countries have got a different word. Do you know what I mean? Why don't we all just like speak the same language? You know what I mean? So we can all talk, you know? Gabo Labo means hello. 8 letters to create a word in another language that means 5 letters. Hello, Lucky. You believe in God? Nice one. Do you believe in the devil? I think I do believe in him too. I hate him and he hates me. I'm sure God doesn't hate you. You do good, God won't hate you. That's a guaranteed one. Goodbye, you day. I'm sure God doesn't hate you, bud. He does, and there's no point in trying to change my mind. Well, that's silly. That's a little bit of stubbornness there, wouldn't you say? So say God loves a stubborn heart. You've got a stubborn heart or you've got a stubborn head? How to be myself? Easy. Just be you. You can either spend 40 years of not being you, and then one day have a load of shit happen to you, and then it just continue, and then you end up just getting like drained, and you think, do you know what I mean? And then one day you start being you. Do you know what I mean? So, whatever that is, you know? Yeah, nice lights. Yeah, I put them on the other day. Somebody said, why have I got Christmas lights behind me? And do you know what? I've not been feeling good, so I put them on. So, I do like them. That's why I put them up there. I like them multicoloured. I don't like stuff that flashes. I like those different colours. They each equal different vibrations and frequencies. Do you know what I mean? I like them. Like that. See, I like Christmas lights. Or fairy lights, whatever you want to call them. I like that. Do you know what I mean? So, by me being me, I'm putting on my fairy lights. Because I like the colours. I'm being me. Whereas somebody else out there likes them too, but they're waiting until Christmas to put them on. I won't wait. I'm going to be me. I'm going to do what I want to do, and that's what I like, so I've put them on. That's how you be you. Just be you. Do what you want to do. It's as simple as that. There's a what do they call it? Analogy. That's how simple it is to be you. Do what you like, not what you don't. If you feel depressed or lost, meditation, it's the cure. Yeah, but you've got to have no monkey mind. I wouldn't say depression is fixed purely by meditation. It does help, but it depends on your reason for your depression. The cure is ceasing to exist. Hello, Bade. Is it Bade? About here I can read, but to use my thumb, I've got to get to about here. Do whatever you like, just don't do something better. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Awesome. The cure is ceasing to exist. No. That's just going back to the beginning again. Do you know what I mean? So, life's amazing. Tomorrow's a new day. One day you realise that. Problem is, when we're all stuck in our ruts, we don't realise that. I didn't realise that. I always thought everything was ruined. But there's always somebody worse off than you. That's what you got to do to make your day a better day. That's an immediate, free, medicinal tablet to take. Just picture somebody out there who's worse off than you and your day's better immediately. So, do you know what I mean? See somebody homeless, immediately you've just improved your day. If you're not homeless, you've just improved yourself. You know, you're now actually worthwhile, you know, you've got something. Do you know what I mean? That somebody hasn't got. Worthwhile is the wrong word. Didn't mean it that way. You've got something that somebody hasn't got. So there's always a positive in your life. Do you know what I mean? No matter what shit I go through, I've still got a roof over my head. I'm still cooking my food here. Do you know what I mean? I got some food in my freezer. I got a sofa to lie on. I don't have to sleep outside. I might not have a bed, but I can sleep on my sofa. If I want to put my heating on, I can put my heating on. A homeless person can't do that. Do you know what I mean? My soul has been created and trapped by God in this very system. There's no escape if he exists, is there? Well, of course there is. You can meditate and go within, So what are you doing in life? I'm cooking my dinner. Super V Gaming. I keep getting people coming in with gaming names. What are your games? What game do you play? Let's talk about you people. Not always about me. What game do you play? You got Super V Gaming. What game do you play? I've had a few people with gaming in their name, but they never tell me what games they play. Get the odd one say Roblox. That's about it. Feels a bit extra dark. What's that behind you, mate? Who knows? Coffee? Cobra Assault. Not heard of that one. I'm trying to find myself a new FPS game. I found one, but it's got some little bits on it that annoy me, which makes me think I won't be able to play it kind of long term. My brother. Ah, right, okay. I get you. I play GTA and a lot of console games, but nothing that. Is it that new one's come out next year, isn't it? GTA 6, is it? I ain't got a clue. My roast potatoes are going. Roast potatoes and me parsnips. We prepped these live the other night on the live stream. So it's meatless Sunday. We don't do meat in our Sunday lunch. I've got to read it back here. Hello, Belt. How are you? Hello. Linley, how are you? It's just that little fraction. I've got to be back here. Yo. Okay. So, I've got to put some more water in your kettle. I've got to do one more. So today we have made ourselves go to ride our bike. Something we were doing 3-4 times a week probably. And it wasn't a chore. It's got to be a bit of a chore because I've not done it for as much as I used to. So it feels like a chore where it was part of my life. So I'm rebuilding that today. Keeping my rubbish out of my house to make sure I don't let it build up. What else? Exercise a little bit at the bike ride. Getting out in the air. It's not too bad, the weather. The big one is to try and join a gym, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that. I got weight stuff in there. So I think it'd force me to do it if I go to a gym. No, I wish, mate. I wish. A bit of sun would do me good now. Now I'm single, mate. I'm single, buddy. One more glass of water. So we're building that back up again. We were doing this every day for like 2 weeks, 3 weeks. And then we took a step away from it and started loading up on coffee. Not eating healthy. So we're going back to a bit of collagen. That'd be 3 glasses of water a day. And I'll try and drink a glass of coconut water as well. And I'll try and have an alcohol-free beer on the night. That's kind of watery, isn't it? I actually prefer to drink that than water. It's got a tiny little taste in it. It's weird, that, isn't it? I should drink that more often because I can handle that more than I can drink water. Mexican lights, I like them. That's so I love doing what I'm doing. So what's my job? My job is to push forward, entertain, help, never give up, keep trying, fall forward, get up again, run forward eventually. That's my job. My job is to become a functioning member of reality. Do more than I'm doing at the moment. That's my job. Do some DIY to tidy up my home. Oh, excuse-moi, that sounded like an animal. A strange animal. Rid our bike, been to the park, we're grounded. Trying to say positives in there now. We rid our bike, been to the park, we're grounded. So today is my half day. Tomorrow's not my first day. Does that make sense? So that's a positive. So imagine I got to do this tomorrow as my first day. So I've already kind of half started today. We just got to keep doing this. Get it back to where it was. What do you do for a living, Super V Gaming? I'm cooking my Sunday lunch. I don't need to tell somebody what I do for my living. Do you know what I mean? I'm sitting there cooking my Sunday lunch, just being me. I create. That's what I do. Study right now. Well, hope you're enjoying what you're studying and it is what you want to do with your life. A lot of people driving them little cars. I want an electric bike. I've just seen somebody riding an electric bike a month ago. I've seen them go fast, but I've never seen anybody go that fast. It was crazy. It's dangerous, really, because it's so silent. It might as well have been a motorbike. Boom, and he went in pedaling. And he come from nowhere, so if I wasn't paying attention, he overtook me. If I would have, say, like, leaned out a little bit, because I wouldn't have heard it coming. A car you hear behind you, do you know what I mean? It's like this would come out of nowhere. It's fucking going fast. I don't know how fast. It overtook 2 cars as well. Well, are you enjoying the study of what you're doing? Do you know what I mean? You're probably at the beginning part of your life, so make sure you're enjoying what you're studying. I'm not saying are you enjoying studying, but are you enjoying what you're studying? Or are you being forced to study it? Is it a school thing, or is it a college thing, or is it a uni thing? If it's a uni thing, you've chosen it. If it's a college thing, you should have chosen it, but I can still expect a family can get involved on that side. If it's a school thing, you didn't choose it. Do you know what I mean? So that's the kind of question. And we've ridden our bike. Yes. Go for the positive, baby. me meatless sausages in there, baby. Hold up. Man, I am from Asia. Family in our household. Kids. Choice. I joke. Nothing more. You do what you want. It's your life. You know what I mean? Yeah. One day in your life, you're going to definitely be able to do what you want to do. So whether that's now or whether that's in 6 months, whether that's in 5 years or 10 years, there's always going to be a choice for you at some point. When you own your own home, you pay your own bills, you can do what you want to do. Simple. I do what I want to do. I'm not enjoying what I'm doing, but I'm doing what I want to do. You know, I'm concentrating on me at the moment, getting myself back up, getting me motivated, getting me my momentum going again. Just the simple things that most people take for granted. And I got to add a couple of things. It's near the end of the year. I got to do some DIY in this place. I don't want to do it, but I've got to do it in case I move, so it's tidy when I move. And I'm taking each day as it goes, baby. I don't know what the EG bit is, so sorry. And I don't know what that means. Sorry, Manjeet. Is it good or bad? Yeah, I don't know what egg that means. Sorry. I don't know what that means. Next year, I could possibly be buying a van and living in a van. Just so my rent's not as high as it is. I can possibly be doing that. Do I want to do that? Not exactly, but is it my choice? Yep. Do you know what I mean? So I can do what I want to. I'd rather live in a home and have a garden, but if I can, I'll have a van, live in that, so my overheads are lower, and then I can live a bit easier instead of spending all my money on my rent. Do you know what I mean? And then I can do the jobs that I want to do instead of a job that I don't want to do. Maybe I've got to take some horrible job just to pay my rent. You know, whereas if I get a van and I live in a van, I don't have to take a horrible job to pay my rent. Does that make sense? So I can do what I want to do. Is it exactly what I do? I'd rather live in a home, totally, but I still got a choice. You know, I can do the job that I want to do then, because I can afford to live in my van. That's something I could do. It's not perfect, but hey, it's my choice. Starting doing my, yeah, I feel a bit cramped already. I lived in a big room for 7 years. I had a big room, like twice the size of this room. And I've been living in here now for 3 years, this room, basically. Obviously this is more smaller than where I was before. And then I'm thinking, oh my gosh, I got to go in a van, it's going to be even smaller. Do you know what I mean? So I do need a bit of room. But if I can't have the room and I just need cheaper overheads and I can get a job that I want to do, that's fine. Do you know what I mean? It's better than nothing. At least I'm not homeless. At least it's still my choice, you know? Yeah, that's what I can do. So I got this channel, so I can just do what I'm doing. You know what I mean? So I'll probably do some DIY on there and on here before Christmas. I'll do some work for my dad before Christmas. Tidy his house up a little bit more for him. He gets a visitor as well then. I will carry on quitting what I'm quitting, getting back to where I was. And then in the new year, I might be doing a van up. Won't be in the new year. It'd be if I do it, it'd be. I was thinking about it the other day. January, February. It has to be done. I have to have a van by March. Otherwise, summer's coming in, and it's going to take me a couple of months to do it. So I need to get a van before March, so I can spend a couple of months doing it. If I'm doing it, you know, this is what I'm doing. I'm at this moment in time, I'm dealing with my body, my vessel, and allowing that to be next year. At the moment, I'm concentrating on me. So you can live with any view. I know, yeah. I want a garden. I want to grow my own stuff. Not like go freaky on it, but I do want to grow some stuff, and I want to sit in my own garden. That's one reason if I can't have my own garden, I'll get a van. I can park where I want to, and maybe I can park near nature. you know. And if I don't want to park near nature and I want it to be busy, I can go and park in a town, you know. I got choices for my, what you call it, my scenario, my scenes, looking out my van, whatever. A tour. If I do it, I will film it, you know. Will you do a tour at some point? Do you have any pets? No. That's why I don't have a pet, because I'm always thinking about moving. So that's definitely why I didn't ever have a cat. I wouldn't want to get a cat anyway. In that sense, there's reasons I don't want a cat. But one of the reasons I didn't definitely get a cat is because you've got to keep moving. If I move, it's not fair on a cat. Dogs are different, but there was possibilities I might go homeless, so I didn't want to do that to a dog. It's trying to deal with yourself, sort yourself out, and having a dog as well would be a bit too much, you know? Try to get your phone up. I've been planning for a long time in a way, making sure I don't get myself, put my foot into something I can't get back out of. So, in theory, I could have had a dog now for 5 years, because I've basically lived in flats. So what's it now? 7 years there. Last 10 years I've actually been in a flat. So I could have actually had a dog. Do you know what I mean? And if I did go in a van, it wouldn't really affect the dog too much. But obviously thinking about getting a dog now while you're thinking about possibly getting a van and living in a van, I'm going to not obviously do it at this moment. So. I got my passport end of last year. I think it was the end of last year or the very beginning of this year. I got not my passport, I got my driving license. That was the first thing. I think because I haven't driven in 10 years, I'm worried about that as well. Somebody's put me on some driving insurance, I think, so I can possibly test out my driving, but sadly it's an automatic. So I can test that out, get me confidence back behind the wheel. So I've been kind of micro prepping in the background. My name is Rich. Do you like me Christmas lights, do you? They're just my fairy lights. I like fairy lights, so why wait until Christmas, eh? To see your fairy lights. Why wait? Give yourself something that you like in your eye line. See my lights in there? Yeah. Colors, baby. I'm cooking meatless Sunday lunch, roasted Sunday lunch. 2 caramelized onion sausages with my own made cabbage, my own prepped cabbage, carrots, parsnips, roasted potatoes. All of it's got herbs and spices on it. Not sure how the carrots are going to go. I accidentally oiled them, so that's going to be interesting because I'm boiling them. And me meatless sausages, and they are actually nice. Before anybody says, "Ugh, meatless," no, they're actually nice. They're caramelized onions, basically. They're really nice. I'll let you see me boiling food. Getting all the goodness, getting all the nutrients. So there's me homemade cabbage. There's a Savoy, purple cabbage, red cabbage, and there's leeks in there as well. You can see the water's turning purpley. All that goodness in there, baby. Yum, yum. Healthy. And then we got a load of sprouts. Here's me carrots. I accidentally put olive oil on them, so we'll have to see what happens. We got purple broccoli. Purple broccoli. Some sprouts. Ow, sugar. Man, that just burnt my hand. Here's me carrots. I actually put olive oil on them, so I don't know how these are going to work. And there should be... There it is. I don't actually like these, but they're good for you. Asparagus. I only put 4 on there, so... I won't film my oven. I won't film my oven because it needs cleaning. I'm being honest, it does need cleaning. I've actually got the oven cleaner out in my eyeline, so maybe one day in the week I might say, come on, clean your oven. It's been in my cupboard for ages and I'm not getting reminded about it. I eat 1 meal a day, maybe 2. Yeah, but this is a lot better than sticking it in the microwave, isn't it? Hello, Callum, how are you, bud? I eat maybe 1 meal a day and I have a salad at the end of the day. That's about it, really. Every now and again I have a bad month or 2 where I eat some chocolate and some crisps. But apart from that... And I use the water to make my gravy. It's all connected. I do agree though, steaming's good, but obviously there's a little bit more work involved, buying more pots and pans, you know. So I just do, at least I'm not putting it in a microwave, you know what I mean? It's got some Celtic salt in there, the water's filtered, got Celtic salt in the water, and I'm going to combine both the waters into my organic gravy. Burnt me bloody parsnips. They looked alright a minute ago because they're not totally frozen. They'll be alright, they'll be soft inside. Nah, not me, buddy. Yeah, it's not. Steaming's good, don't get me wrong. Never got to that point. Thought about buying a steamer. You stack them up and you steam it all through. But I will. That's better than what I'll get in a pub. That's better what I'll get than I'll get in most houses because they won't cook it in the water. They'll cook it through a microwave. All that is my own made food, basically. Sometimes I get organic, not regularly when it comes to that. It's pretty healthy anyway. And I buy the better quality stuff if I can, because it's supposed to be good for me, so I buy the better stuff. Oh yeah, definitely, mate. Cooking some food, baby. This helps me cook me food as well. I'd be bored now. I'd probably be sat down, pressing buttons on YouTube, watching YouTube while this is cooking in the background. So it gives me somebody to chat to, and it gives me something to do. Basically it. Oh dear, dude. Somebody needs attention. Do-do-do-do-do. Years go quick for me because I don't really have much. How do you explain it? I'm not looking forward to much, so the years go quick. Does that make sense? When you look forward to something, I don't know, let's say you're looking forward to going on holiday. That drags because you're looking forward to it. If you're looking forward to your birthday, it drags because you're looking forward to it. If you're looking forward to Christmas, it drags because you're looking forward to it. Do you know what I mean? So I don't actually look forward to anything, so it goes quite fast for me. I've been doing that for 15, 12 years now, 15 years, something like that. Definitely 10 years plus now. So I spent a good 3-4 years not even looking. I didn't even know what day it was most days. I didn't know what year it was. No, I always kind of roughly knew what year it was because you couldn't help but walk in a shop now and again. You see a newspaper. And I did buy a newspaper every day for a couple of years, I think. So I always kind of knew the date via that. If it weren't for that, I wouldn't have known. Do you know what I mean? So certainly forgot how old I was. People like to ask me, how old are you? So I don't know, I'd have to work it out. Do you know what I mean? Genuine, that is. It's genuine. I think once I start looking forward to things are going to drag. Do you know what I mean? The years would be longer. Do you know what I mean? Because I used to like Christmas because everybody's vibe was different, you know. There was a different vibe around. People were happier, chirpier. People said hello to each other. It's at Christmas time. You'll get somebody say hello to you. They won't say hello to you the rest of the year, but they'll say hello to you at Christmas time. Do you know what I mean? So I used to like that vibe that was going around, you know. So once I get back to that, maybe I'll enjoy Christmas again one day and want to look forward to it. Or summer, you know. Look forward to summer. I think I micro look forward to summer because it's easier to ride my bike in the summertime than it is when it's cold. Do you know what I mean? Maybe I look forward to summer a little bit. So yeah. But we did cross a little threshold recently. We quit something for a bit. Our sleep started to improve. It's the first time it ever improved, kind of like that, where I could see a bit of light at the end of the tunnel. So I know I can do that. I can get that kind of back on track by Christmas. So that's a positive. I know that's gonna. I got positives in there. I'm just not putting my weight on them. I'm just trying to do them. I don't want to think about it because that makes it all harder. So I'm push it away and just get on with it. I've got that positive. I think I'm pretty confident I can get my sleep back to some decent degree. I can get my diet back to some decent degree, but I've got to get off the bloody stuff that I was doing to get my diet back, which is going to take me a couple of weeks of dragging my ass around to get myself back to where I was. So, and then it's nearly halfway through October, so got to sort myself out this month. And then next month, maybe start looking at buying some Christmas presents for people just to get that out of the way with. And then get back on New Year coming then, isn't it? New Year, new start. I started it today anyway, but I got the New Year vibe as well. Oh, New Year, new start, you know. You can also use that. Why wait though, you know? I'm not waiting, but I've also got that vibe to come. Do you know what I mean? So, whatever it is, that would be. Right. Nothing's changing, right? This isn't working, that's not working. I got my sleep back, I got my diet going back, right? I don't like my rent, it's always stressing me out. Let's buy a van, let's do it up, let's start living in a van, then we ain't got the stress of the rent, and then we can figure out what we're going to do with the rest of our life. Do you know what I mean? So, I know I'm close, you know? There's definitely some finish line coming up, you know? I've done it enough times now, I've got through a lot of shit, and I've realised I can fix a couple of the things. The sleep thing was a massive problem. Right, let's have a look. Hey ma'am, first time coming in. Across your page, read your bio. And just wanted to say that I am legitimately proud of you for tackling all that you have. Well, many thanks, bud. Levi. Is it Levi? Yeah. Putting your journey out for the world. Yeah, it's not easy, but you know, it might help somebody. Do you know? And it helps me because it puts me under pressure. I got to do things. Do you know what I mean? That's why I did a little video earlier on. I said, right, how am I going to get my ass to start doing what I was doing a month ago, which was actually working? I'll make a video of it today. Sod it. I'm going to look a prat. I'm going to look a bit of a dick. I was even thinking about turning the comments off, but I sort of sod it. I'll put it out there, and that means I got to keep doing it because I won't want to fail, you know? I won't want to give up because I very much push the never give up rule. Don't give up, don't give up, don't give up. So it puts pressure on me not to give up. Do you know what I mean? I got tactics. I tacticise myself. But thank you. Least salty vegan, laugh. I'm not a vegan. Do you know what I mean? I appreciate animals. They deserve to have a life. I appreciate that. Do you know what I mean? I totally appreciate that. Am I a vegan yet? No. Am I a vegetarian yet? No. Do I think I could be a vegetarian? Yes. Do I think I could be a vegan, like a raw vegan? I'd have to be enjoying myself, you know, because your food, when you live in the Western world, do you know what I mean? It's very hard to eat a keto diet. It's very hard to be vegan. You really have to keep pushing yourself to go to the right shops to get the right foods. So if you're not doing very well, it's not easy to keep that momentum. Do you know what I mean? Hello from Croatia, and hello Johnny. And I'm joking towards Johnny, you know. People think I'm a vegan just because of the meatless bits and whatnot. Never Stop Believing. Ah, nice song. I'm loving it. I keep getting that song coming up. You know, you just resonated with a song that I keep getting on my thing. Never Stop Believing. And it's on this account. I got a few YouTube accounts, so each YouTube gives you different songs. This one is that. What you just said there, Never Stop Believing, is literally on my YouTube every freaking day. Whenever I start this YouTube account up on this phone to do the streams, it's literally in the little list. I don't know who sings it, but it's always there. I think it's like an 80s song. Could be a 70s, I'm not sure. Might be a 90s. I think it's an 80s, but I'm not sure. Right, try not to burn the sausages. It's get the nutrients time. We didn't put it in there now, innit? There you go. Whoever was interested in the nutrients, that is purple water. I've got to go on a real bad angle. That's pure purple water there. Very good for you people. Very good for you. We dropped a sprout. And there's all the goodness from the sprouts. Can't really see it very well because I'd have to tilt the camera. I'm going as far as that, that's all I can do. Can you see the brown water or not? Bit of greeny water, bit of browny water. Sprouts, asparagus, purple broccoli, carrots with olive oil. I didn't mean to do that. I've just hit me knee on the funny bone bit. This is how you take pain, people. You make funny noises. funny noises. A few too many sprouts. I think I can afford to have dropped one. When that's the food before. You see this or not? I've got to tilt it forward a bit. Organic gravy now. Oh yeah. The good thing about a Sunday lunch is I don't really have to wash my saucepans out. Just got to rinse them, baby. Oh, we ain't got no soapy water. Oh no. We're gonna have to wash up without any soap. Oh dear. This is what it is. Right, let's have a look. Oh yeah, baby. Follow the signs. Hello, Tomislav. Welcome. Hello, VA. Is it VA? Is that how I pronounce it? Would you travel to Europe if you get a van? Yeah, I would. I'd go on the Channel Tunnel. I don't like planes. God will manifest through us. I agree. I think we're all connected to God. We're all part of God. What we're after is numb. I have to avoid sugar a bit. I've been eating sugar for about 2 weeks straight. Oh my gosh, have I just been putting... Yeah, I have. Cold water. We haven't got any soapy water and we've just filled it up with cold water. That's making it just like pointless. Lol. Start again. We're going to order some, I don't know what you call it, natural washing up liquid. Whether that's plant-based, whether that's whatever. I don't know. It's a wee bit dark. There we go. A bit more like, it's like I got one of them spotlights. Oh my gosh. I'm from England, UK, and I'm British apparently. So I am multilingual because I obviously live in 3 different places at once. And hello, Patrick. Put some vinegar in the water if you don't have any soap. Have I got any vinegar? I haven't got a good quality vinegar. I might have run out of it actually. Does it make it smell of vinegar afterwards or not? You've got to wash them off. I like the idea though. Devon. So are you from Devon? No, I'm not from Devon, no mate. About 2 hours away from Devon. You don't tell by my very, very strong accent. I've got to order some plant-based washing up liquid again. We got our... I'll just say plant-based. It's natural. Laundry detergent. Seems to work alright. It's good for your skin. No chemicals in there. Accrington, Lancashire, eh? Not Accrington. Is Accrington Stanley down there? Is that where the team plays? Accrington Stanley. Is that Accrington? My laundry detergent is state-based, is it? Is it coming from your t-shirts? Oh, well, that one. Is it? It used to be, they make a joke out of that team, didn't they, years ago? It used to be a kind of a joke, you know, that people would put around. Must be horrible. I can't remember the joke, but I remember the name. How do I lose a fork? I've only got 3 forks. Forks are really important and I've only got 3. How do I lose a fork? Got to go without something tonight, it's not going to be easy. Modern life is slowly doing us in. Oh, definitely. Bricker, same colour as your teeth, then. Oh, haha. I don't understand. Oh, Bricker, right. I get it now. I'm getting used to people trolling me on here, so I don't know if that was aimed at me. The problem is, I only get like maybe 1 or 2 messages and I can't figure out. I've got to have a good memory bank to remember what somebody said before. We'll let the gravy keep cooking. And we've accidentally left. Oh my gosh, what about my dirty sponge that I use for cleaning the kitchen with is in the bloody bowl. I didn't tell you that, alright people? I did not tell you that. Make your sandwich. I can't have bread, mate. I've got to make some keto bread before I can make your sandwich, sorry mate. Yeah, our last bit of bread last night, was it last night? Yeah. Oh no! We need soap. Yeah man, loving it. I love trolls, they're good for watch time. All you gotta do is keep them entertained and they'll stay on your channel because they think they're getting at you. I had 7 hours of watch time the other day on a stream. I've never had 7 hours of watch time on a stream. And I've been doing this on and off for probably 6 years now. You know what I mean? I've got a gaming channel that I've been doing it on and I've been doing this for probably a year. I have never had 7 hours of watch time on a stream. They're trying to bring your channel down and all they're doing is helping you grow it. Yeah, 7 hours. I was amazed. I even said to him, I said, you know what? I'm going to look at my analytics later. I'm going to see, because all you're doing is helping me. You're going to give me loads of watch time. You know what I mean? And I looked at it and it was 7 hours. More than 7. It's nearly 8 hours ago. The old me would have been bothered at being trolled. Oh, why are you doing this to me? Oh, why are you doing this to my channel? I'm just trying to like do this. That's the old me. The new me now, they're trying to abuse you and whatever, bring you down. I'm using them to help me get up, you know? They're helping me get views, they're helping me get subs, I'm using them. You know what I mean? I've had it all over the years. Loads of stuff. Many thanks, Patrick. Do I cook every night? I'm not eating very well at the moment. Usually I'm doing some in between vegetarian and keto. Or something meat stroke vegetarian stroke keto, and I've kind of fell off the wagon, and my body's not been doing very well because I fell off the wagon. So I am trying to do that now. So when I stream, it helps me do this. You know, the other night I made a keto cake. So instead of going over the road and buying a chocolate bar, I have a keto cake. So that means it's got low sugar, low carbs, and I'm not feeling mentally, or I can tell that I'm definitely doing stuff to my body. When I do the wrong food for a long period of time, say a month, 3 weeks, I start noticing my body cause me problems. So I use this to make me... I made a keto cake the other night. I wouldn't have done it. If I was on my own, I wouldn't have done it. But because I got people watching and chatting, I don't realise I'm doing it, and I end up doing it. I'm putting myself... What's the right word? I'm just challenging myself in front of other people. Does that make sense? Then I end up doing it. Sometimes somebody might challenge you. I dare you. I dare you. And then all of a sudden your ego gets involved, and then you'll do it. That's what I was like as a kid. Dare me. And they dare me, and I do it. You know what I mean? So I'm kind of daring myself by saying it on here. So I'm going to do a keto cake. I'm going to do a meatless Sunday lunch. And it makes me do it. So... And then somebody out there, you might also inspire somebody who needs to do a keto diet. Maybe they need to lose some weight. Maybe they got a health problem. Maybe somebody out there has been thinking about going vegan or vegetarian, and they don't realise, you know, you don't have to be perfect. Or somebody's out there thinking about quitting drinking. They can follow, find me. Somebody's thinking about trying to quit weed. That's what I'm trying to quit at the moment. I'm not really an addict on it now. I used it for suffering for a couple of years, but mainly it was used for sleep. So that's all I do whenever. Whatever pushes me to do whatever I'm doing, basically. The old me wouldn't have done this. I wouldn't let anybody I wouldn't show my weaknesses to anybody. You know what I mean? Do. Can't see, I got to get back. One way to do. Alright, that's better than... Oh yeah, definitely, yeah. What's a keto cake contain? Just got lower carbs, lower sugar. The keto cakes that I have, they have 3 eggs in it, about 100 grams of butter, and something else. So obviously I'm not vegan because I'm having my keto cakes. I didn't do eggs for years, and then I realised I was putting eggs in my keto cakes. So I thought, sod it, why am I going without an egg? I might as well have an egg in the week. Do you know what I mean? So I have the odd omelette now and again. If you need to stop drinking, if you only drink occasionally, do you really need to drink to stop drink? I'm a recovering alcoholic. Yeah, well, how long am I now? I don't know. I've lost track. I know I'm not an alcoholic anymore because I don't know when the last time it was that I had a drink. Does that make sense? It's at least 7 years. One thing at a time. I quit the booze. I had to. I had a health problem, so I had to quit. Sadly, I've got to stay off it permanently because the health problem become worse because of some... I'm going to say what. But the weed bit was accidental. Somebody bought it for me. Somebody brought it to me. So it was brought into my house. One night I was struggling or something, and I wasn't my... What's the right word? What's the word when your willpower? And I was like, I feel like shit, and I did it. If it wasn't in my house, I wouldn't have never done it because I wouldn't have never bought it because I've never done it in my life. But I noticed it helped me sleep, so then I used it to get me to sleep. Do you know what I mean? And then it broke my sleep, so it ruined my sleep. I used to always have I could get 8 hours sleep, no problems. 9, 10, 11, 12 hours sometimes. Since I started doing that, I was down to 3 hour sleeps and then awake for 4 hours trying to get back asleep. And then it was the second sleep I might get another 3 hours, or I might get 4 in, you know. But then your entire day's ruined because I'm trying to get to sleep. So I've got to get off the weed to get my brain back into making its own shit, so it can go to sleep. I bought some flower essence, which was helping me, but I accidentally buggered it all up and went back on the weed for a week. Bam, bam, bam. Sorry if I've missed any messages. I'm thinking about smoking weed, lay off that. I find weed was worse for me than alcohol, if that makes any sense. Because I do weed, I eat chocolate. Whereas if I used to drink booze, I didn't eat chocolate. Do you know what I mean? I'd maybe have a sandwich late at night. Do we... Usually when I try to stop drinking, I get a little fever. It's probably detoxing. Too many. Yeah. If I could go back and drink and not do bloody weed, I'd pick that any day of the week, because I won't eat chocolate. And that's it. Once I get my sleep back, I'll be honest, I might use weed more of a spiritual thing. Do you know? Maybe just one night a week, maybe. And I know I can quit it because I've already been without it 60 days. I've just been without it for 30 days. And I know I can finally, it's taken me about 5 years to get to this point. I finally think the negative, you do understand what it's like not to try and sleep, you know, because you need the stuff. Do you know what I mean? And I've realised I can possibly get off of it and get my sleep back, which I didn't realise 6 months ago, I didn't realise a year ago, didn't realise 18 months ago, didn't realise 2 years ago or 3 years ago. I thought I needed it for life. So it was a bit of a worry because I'm always eating chocolate whenever I do it. So, and obviously chocolate goes into your liver, you know, and I've obviously already got liver problems now. So I want to get back to being healthy. Hello, Bean. How are you, bud? What are you doing? I'm making my gravy, and it's definitely done because it's been going for ages. Then, I don't know what time it is, it's gone 7, so around about 8 o'clock I'm going to play my game and stream my game. So another reason I do this, I get somebody to chat to. When I go on the game, let's just say it's a little bit quiet. Curry, a Sunday lunch curry, or a Sunday roast. Chicken dinner, nice one. But hello and welcome, Crazy. And forgive me if I've not said hello to anybody, if you've slipped in when I've had my back turned. So, and thanks for the thumbs up, I appreciate it. Just dropped an asparagus. That's one less asparagus to eat. Got a bit of gravy left. I love gravy. Sod it. I don't want to burn me bloody hand again. Bit of Celtic salt. Bit of pepper. Mint jelly, or mint, wherever it is. The perfection bit now. English mustard. And it's keto friendly. I don't know if you can see it. We're basically there. Let's see if we've missed anything. Well, why did you bring that on here, eh? What are you trying to say with that message? Never a good person around. Who's calling you weird? Just ignore them, mate, if they're trying to wind you up. God loves me, eh? Give him a 5-minute timer. So, There's me food. It's a bit dark, sorry. Pretty good for you. Pretty good for you, baby. I've unplugged it and immediately it's gone like that. Battery. I'm like, what? It's been charging, hasn't it? Very dark in here. Yum, yum. So, I timed you out wherever you are, because you're not exactly being very helpful on the channel, are you? So. See you there, Bean. Thanks for chatting. Not a political channel, buddy. It's me just being me, cooking a Sunday lunch, bud. That's all it is. Right, moment of truth with the carrots. I accidentally put olive oil on them. It's alright. Asparagus now. I don't actually like asparagus, but it's really good for you. I don't hate it. It's just not my favourite. I like a sprout. I love cabbage. My gran used to make epic cabbage. When my gran used to stay at Christmas, I used to offend my mum. So, right, mum, make sure Granny does the cabbage. All right. And them sprouts, baby. I've made a Sunday roast. Oh yeah, baby. No meat. Here is my meatless sausage. And they're basically made of onions. Alright. That is the meatless sausage. And it's nice. They're genuinely nice. I mean that. I wouldn't say they were nice if they weren't nice. It's probably my favourite meatless part of anything I've bought. There were some skewers that I liked. They were nice. Can't get them anymore. I can talk to somebody while I'm eating. I don't enjoy my food. I eat to live. Well, many thanks. Hello, Mon. How are you? I get to chat to somebody. As soon as I turn this off, I'm on my own. You ought to sit on my game stream with me. Do you know what I mean? Until I get another internet, I'm screwed on my game stream. I think. Maybe it'll change in the next couple of weeks, but I've been doing it a month. I've managed to have 3 conversations this week being on the game. That's it. I had a week of playing it 7 days in a row. I never spoke to no one. And I accidentally missed a couple of messages because it wasn't giving me a ding noise. So I missed the messages because I wasn't used to talking to somebody. So at least I'm chatting to somebody here. I don't get that isolation. I am a people person. I might not allow anybody into my boundaries, but I am a people person. But sadly, I've not had a great experience with some people. So my boundaries are quite tight. So need a good woman, do I? No, not anymore.
Now I just need to get my sleep back. Get my sleep back, get into a gym, or at least start exercising here. Get back on my DIY and figure out what I'm doing in the new year. Am I buying a van or aren't I buying a van? I've been in here now for three years and I've been feeling very, it's not stressed, but the rent is really causing a problem in my mind. I've been here for 3 years now and I realise, look, I don't want to pay this amount of rent. So I've made that decision. I do not like paying this amount of rent. Do you know what I mean? So I got two choices. I take a job that I absolutely hate and pay the rent, or I get a van and live in it and I don't have to take a job that I absolutely hate. So I've made a kind of internal decision. I've not bought a van, but I've kind of made that decision now inside of me. Do you know what I mean? The rent is always bothering me. So I've come to that decision. Or that line. Many thanks. 32%. Why have you got THC in your name? You're 3 times divorced. You're brave. Bloody hell, mate. What do you think from divorce now then? What is your mentality towards being married? Do you still believe in marriage? Do you still believe in women? If you no offense, I'm just gonna ask questions. Are you divorced 3 times because of you, or do you think it was because of them? Either way that goes, have you either worked on yourself to make sure no one wants to divorce you again, or have you realized that you know they're bad for you before you get married and you've learned your lessons and now you know what to look for or what to vibe? I use my intuition now with everybody. So if you don't get past my intuition, you ain't getting in. So that's where I am on my journey. You ain't getting past my boundaries. I don't trust no one. Do it. Yeah, I will. I probably will be doing it. That's why I've said it out loud on here. Said it in the past on here, thinking about it, but now I've realised I absolutely hate my rent. It's always ticking in my brain. It's always annoying me. It's not as if my family live around there, don't get me wrong, that's a positive. I've got no garden, I'm still living on a second floor, I still haven't got a bed. I'm living on a main road, and it's just like, and the amount of rent, it's just not me, you know? And I used to live here for 30 years, and I've had enough of living here, you know what I mean? I don't like being in the same spot. I don't explain it. I've gone through some stuff that realised there's more to life than living in a 500 metre square area for 20 years of your life. Do you know what I mean? So I need to find something, even if I don't want to do it. I know within 6 months of doing it, it'd be great. I'll enjoy it. So we just gotta persevere, baby. Rent is bad now. Too bad. Mine's $9.50 for a 1. Yeah, I know. I did have a £400 a month rent, but I had to move, so I lost that one. Now I'm paying an extra 500 plus, so I don't like paying it. You know what I mean? So basically, I got to work 5 days a month to pay for the extra rent that I was paying. If I had my old rent, if I had my other rent here, I don't think I'd be thinking about getting a van. Do you know what I mean? Was you drinking, was it? Well, at least you come to that decision. You come to that reality, you know? I'm divorced too, so. Well, remember, it wasn't you, it was the drink. Always think about the positive. It's not you, it's the drink. I don't know if you've ever quit drinking, but you'll realise if you ever quit drinking, it was never you, it was the drink. I don't know if you've ever quit to ever realise that. I've realised whatever I've done in my life wasn't me, it was the drink. Or it wasn't me, it was something else. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, I don't know if you've got to that point yet. I'm not sure what simping means. What was it, Bernie? Yeah, it's my dad's rent. You know what I mean? I was estranged from my family for 7 years. Let's just say I had to get out, and I wasn't coming back. And then around the time I reconnected with my kids, and a flat, one of my dad's flat, come up for rent. So I was like, right, do I do this? Don't I do this? You know, and I had to get out of the area I was in. So, but now obviously with my rent being so high, it's like I'm back to where I was at the beginning. And I haven't got a garden. I'm on a main road. I'm not really willing to work 5 days a week for a home that I'm not in love with. Do you know what I mean? So, well, 20 days a month. So I'm going to sort myself out, and then I'll probably have to get a van in the new year. I've got dates in my head. I think it was, got to do it by March, otherwise, if I'm going to do it, I got to be in the van by summer. Got to do it. I've been thinking about it for years, on and off. I'd rather have a motorhome, but that obviously costs a lot of money. Unless things majorly change, where I live here and I've got a motorhome so I can travel. I don't want to travel, I just want to be able to get away. If that makes any sense. I've only got one bedroom. I don't trust no one, so I'm never having a roommate. I don't watch football anymore, so I don't know who's good and who's not anymore. I take it Man City are still somewhere around there. Met my wife, then married her best friend. And thank you, I appreciate that. It was not me, it was a drink. Well, yeah, you've got to remember that. If you ever quit, I don't know if you have, you'll notice that about yourself. Whatever you might have done, it's not you. I've done things when I've been drunk. I've had a lot of stuff done to me as well, you know what I mean? And I've allowed myself to realise it's not them, it's something else. I'm not going to say what that is, but I've had a lot of shit done to me. And I know it's not them, it's other things. Depends where you live. London's expensive. My city is second. Well, it might not be now, but it was the second highest place for rent. But it might have changed. My city was also, apparently, I don't know if this is true, but I heard it, the cocaine capital of Europe. So, I don't know if that's true, because I wasn't watching the news, I wasn't reading papers, I was just hearing somebody say it. And hello, Alvin. I used to work with somebody called Alvin. Time to flee. Hey, said hi. Hello, mister. How are you? Sorry, buddy. I'm trying to eat as well. Hi, mister. Ow, me knee. The real fan. Two-bed house, is it? Oh, you got a garden? Oh, I just would love a garden. I would have loved a garden. I think I've got a bit annoyed of it not having one for so long now. I've kind of gone away from the want of a garden. I really was like struggling for a year last year. Might have been this year, I can't remember. But I was always thinking if I just had a garden to go and sit in the morning and just sit down and just bring myself around in the morning, sitting around a bit of greenery, a bit of some flowers or something, some fresh air. All I got is I got to go out my front drive and watch cars go by. That's all I got. And I realised how much that would have helped me. Because I always felt a little bit better when I went into the park, but I have to get to the park. It's not the same as going out in your garden. Still recovering, mate. A drink. I've got court on the 15th for smashing up a pub as well. Was you drunk? Oh, sod that. Most of my kids are now old enough they got jobs, and I don't force the sale of the house, which I think I can, which would help me with money, which would get me a motoring. But then I'm kicking out my youngest kid, and she's got a new kid with somebody else. So I'm trying to do it without getting to that point. Well, get off it, mate. I guarantee you won't be that way without the booze. With the booze. Without the booze? Without the booze. Pretty much guarantee it's the booze, mate. Some people are closer to the edge than other people. When I mean that, like snapping, getting angry or whatever. But booze puts everybody closer to the edge. Do you know what I mean? Do you regret it when you wake up, when you're sober? When you're completely sober the next day, all the booze is out of your system, do you regret it? That's all you need to say. If you don't regret it and you don't care that you did it, that means it's not just the booze, doesn't it? Some people might do bravado and pretend that they don't care, but they do. But they're not saying out loud because they're trying to look whatever. I don't do that anymore. I used to do that, but I don't do that. Yeah, no, it does annoy me. It's my dad's flat, don't get me wrong. You know what I mean? He's offered me to live with him as well. So if I get any problems with my rent, you know, he's letting me have it off. What was it? Like £100 a month, I think. But he could get £1,100 for it. And he's already letting me off of what's that? He's already letting me off 150, and then he's letting me off another 100. So I cut his grass for him as a kind of backhander. But it helps me anyway. It gets me up his hill. I can walk up his steps, and he gets a visitor. Very drunk. Yeah. I'm getting off it as well. Yeah, trying. You should try it, mate. I find the term. So I was on my back, yeah. So I was like, giving up. Let's say that. You can say they never give up. You can say they never give up. But I was giving up. I'm on my back. I'm on my back. I'm on my back. And then I come across a word. What was it? So I was not drinking booze. So I wasn't giving up because I wasn't drinking. I had already quit smoking, so I wasn't giving up. Even though I was on my back. Even though I wasn't with my family. Even though I wasn't with my kids. Even though I wasn't with my mum. And my mum was really looking for me. Do you know what I mean? And I've caused her a lot of stress. And she had COPD. Even though I wasn't doing that. I wasn't drinking, I wasn't smoking. Sadly, somebody bought me some weed and I used it and it helped me sleep. So when I was suffering all day long and all night, at least I didn't have to suffer at sleep time because I can go to sleep quick. Do you know what I mean? Because of the stuff. So, but I found the word falling forward. It totally changed my mindset from going like, I'm on my back, I'm led down all day long. I get up, I go to the shop, I get the same shit that I got yesterday, go home and do the same shit as I did yesterday, and I'm not going forward. But I am not drinking, I am not smoking, I am doing smoothies to try and heal my body. I'm trying to do a jigsaw. I'm whatever it was. I'm reading a mythology book. I am trying to do a jigsaw that's about geography, so I can learn about geography because I was very bad at geography in school. I started going out of my house. I bought myself some new clothes because my money went up a little bit, so I got some clothes. So I wasn't like running home, but I realized I'm falling forward. I found the word falling forward. That's where I was. As soon as I figured that word out, I was like, right, now I don't hate myself. I don't feel so weak. I'm actually falling forward. I'm not falling backwards. So that helped me. That definitely helped me. Made me not feel so weak. So, hello Haley, how are you? Sorry if I'm not saying hi straight away because I'm a bit of a chatter. I don't speak to many people, so I'm trying to. Yeah, I always forget about it. There you are, then. There you are, then. It's not you, mate. You know what I mean? It's the booze. Get off the booze. You don't have to quit, you know? I don't know what you're like, you know? It's better when you talk to somebody and you can see their facial expression so you realise you're saying something that might offend them. Do you know what I mean? Or you can feel the vibe, you know? You've just offended them. Not everybody goes red. Not everybody gets angry. Some people hide it inside. I prefer to talk to somebody one-on-one. I can know what they mean. Some people think if they don't quit, they're weak because somebody else can quit. That makes them weak because they can't quit. If you drink 7 nights a week and you cut down 3 nights a week, but you're still drinking 4, you're not weak. You're cutting down 3 of your nights. Do you know what I mean? That's how I would do it. If you need to quit, you know, I don't know when you drink and when you don't drink. Do you know what I mean? Hello, Sports Edits. How are you? Yeah. I think people realise how spiritual life is until you end up in a right shit pit. Do you know what I mean? Then you start. I don't know how to explain it. You get out of the materialistic world, or you're stuck in your own thoughts. You're now out of the material world. Do you know what I mean? Then I started finding like much more spiritual than what I thought it was. Hello, Luke. How are you, buddy? Welcome. It's like me. I'm doing weed at the moment, yeah? Now I've got to try and do tonight no weed. And you don't understand what it's going to be like. I'm going to be playing my game in a minute. I'm going to get bored. And I'm just going to want to lose myself with a bit of weed. And then it'll make me tired. And then I can shut down. And then tomorrow be a new day. And then I can go out and try and go to the park tomorrow. And then the night time will come again. And I want to do my weed to shut my head down. Do you know what I mean? So I'm going to struggle now. Tonight, I'm really going to struggle. It's not going to be an addiction. I'm not going to be like, do you know what I mean? It's going to be like, I just want my head to just shut down a little bit. Do you know what I mean? It's genuinely what it's going to be. And I'm going to struggle tonight. Admittedly, I'm going to struggle. And then I'm going to wake up, probably 3 a.m., 4 a.m., depending on what time I get to sleep. And then I'm going to struggle going back to sleep again. And the weed's going to be there, which will knock me out and let me go to sleep. And I'm going to have to struggle again. I've got this flower essence, but it took me about 3 weeks of doing it, plus no weed, to get my brain to start letting it get to sleep. So I'm a bit worried I'm going to be struggling at about 3 a.m. and I'm going to have to do it. I've only got a little bit left and I'm not buying it. So I'm also denying myself it. Do you know what I mean? So I'm not buying it. Which means I got to face it. It's only a sleep thing, and it recently it's helping me put my head somewhere. But that's it. So if you've got to face your booze, I got to face me weed, mate. Face it with me. And I've faced it a few times on here. I've mucked it up a few. If it weren't for my sleep, I wouldn't have be having a problem with it. But because it helps me sleep. So I don't suffer as much as I used to. But it's nice to take that stuff and within an hour I can be asleep. Where if I don't take it, I'll be sat up for 5 hours. Thinking whatever I'm thinking, hating my rent, hating the fact that I fucked my diet up again, or hating the fact that my body's vibrating, or my liver feels like it's sticking out again, or I'm getting pains in the back of my liver, and I'll be like, fucking, it'd be a horrible night, you know? Whereas the weed, take it, boom, knocked out within about an hour. So I gotta face that shit tonight. But it ain't gonna be fun. I won't take any pharmaceuticals. It's rare I take a pharmaceutical. So I won't, because you can fuck your sleep up permanently. Do you know what I mean? If you take like the sleeping tablets, just taking them for a couple of weeks, your sleep's now fucked for life. Do you know what I mean? I won't do it. I won't put pharmaceuticals in my body. So I'll take a magnesium tablet. That's it. Magnesium tablet, I think, is the only thing I've took. I'll take some multivitamins now and again. That's it. I'm not moaning, I'm trying to explain for you, like, you might be thinking you need to quit booze and all that, like, and it's a struggle. It's a struggle for me just to quit weed, because it helps me go to sleep. How come you have no green? So it helps me not do it. I've purposely been doing it, and I've been thinking, I'm running out, so it means I gotta face it. Do you know what I mean? I'm not gonna get off of it if I keep buying it, am I? If I keep doing it, I'm not gonna get off of it. And I guarantee you, the first day you do it is horrible. Within about 2 weeks, it's not as horrible as it was. It's just literally getting through those days. You know what I mean? That's what I'm facing at the moment. I know I can do it. I've done it 60 days beginning of the year. I did it 30 days a month ago. I know I can go through it and get off of it, but it's starting again. That's the hardest time. Once you start and you get going, I'm just thinking I would like to take my body now. I don't know if you've ever tried to quit booze, but I'd like to take my body now and I would like to move it a month forward when it's all gone through. And I'm like happy, vibing, my energy's up, my sleep's a bit better, I'm back into my diet. I'd love to take myself and put myself there. Do you know what I mean? Maybe you're thinking that way too, I don't know. Do you know what I mean? With your booze, you would love to be non-drinker, but you don't want to go through the withdrawal symptoms, you don't want to go through changing your habits. Do you know what I mean? And it's the same as me. I don't want to go through probably urging it a little bit later. I wouldn't say I'm an addict, but I'm going to be urging it later. I'm going to realise that I'm not going to be able to enjoy my evening because my brain's going to be thinking whatever. I'm also going to realise that I'm going to struggle going to sleep. Do you know what I mean? And I also realise that I'm going to wake up probably at like 3 a.m. or 4 a.m. and need to struggle again. And I got to do that for 2 weeks before I can get out of my system a little bit and start getting back to being my body doing it for me. And I got to do that for 2 weeks. And I'd love to take my body and put me over there, but I can't. So I got to just go through it again. It's shit. No, I don't smoke in the day, just for sleep. Just at the end of the night. And I wouldn't do a joint because obviously that's got tobacco in it, nicotine. I don't do the chemicals. I'm now thinking I could do with it. It's 8 o'clock and my body's already saying, you want some weed. I can feel it. That little nervousness feeling is coming in my body. Do you know what I mean? And I was off it for 30 days and I never had that feeling. Probably the first week that feeling was. So I've got to go back through that feeling for a week again of probably feeling like I really want to do it. Never mind. We punish ourselves, eh? Yeah, I did it in a bong. I'm going to buy some medicinal one so I can get a lower THC. So then if I do it, I'm not going into high THC. So I've already found the website. Somebody recommended it on here once. So if I do it, I've got that. I don't have to buy street stuff that I ain't got a fucking clue what's in it. Do you know what I mean? I don't know if it's helping me or hindering me or it's got way too much THC in it. You know what I mean? So I'm going to buy that this week. So I'm run out. I've basically run out. There's a little bit in there. You know what I mean? So that forces me now. I've got to buy the other stuff, which is the medicinal stuff, which is like legal. That forces me to do that. That's how I do things. How am I going to make myself go on my bike today? I'm going to film that I'm going on my bike and then I've got to do it. You know what I mean? How am I going to quit weed? I'm going to make sure I haven't got any in the house first. and I'm going to make sure I buy that stuff. So if I do want it, I've got to use that stuff, and I'll have a lower THC. Maybe it'll help me not eating chocolate. I ain't got a clue. I'm bored. That's all. I can do it. It's just boring doing it all again. And going through all the urges, you know? All the struggles. Now I'm like there, I'm thinking, I can't bother doing this. I've done this about 5 times now in the last 3 years. I've got to try and force myself to play a game. And I've got to force myself not to stop playing the game because I'm going to be sat there wanting to do it. Well, we did a green tea, we fed the squirrels, we rid our bike, we've made a healthy meal, we've sat on air, we've said stuff that we wouldn't usually say as much, which means I've now put pressure on myself to not do it tonight. I haven't got much, hardly any of it left anyway. I've already caused myself that problem on purpose. So, it's more to let me shut down. I could shut down. I can maybe enjoy an hour of my night later, chill out, and then go to sleep within the next hour afterwards. Well, now I'm going to be not very happy all night long. And my body's going to be going, go on, do it, you'll feel better. Go on. What are you suffering for? Go on. It's only a bit of this. I got to fight all those voices. What the fuck is this? Nope. Right, let's get some water on the go from my filter. Drink one more water today. And everything, I've got to rebuild my water drinking habits. Woo! Hello. Gorindra, how are you? Welcome. No worries, Patrick. Nice chatting to you, mate. Thank you for the good wishes. Many thanks for the sub. Probably tomorrow. I'm going to be using this to keep me doing whatever I'm trying to do. I'm going to do a daily 3 minutes short of what I'm doing, and I'm not going to want to do any of it. But I know if I force myself to do it for about 7 days, it'll end up becoming a small habit. So same as drinking can become a habit, same as watching the same TV program can become a habit, same as listening, I don't know, watching football every night or two times a week, whatever, can be a habit. So we're forcing ourselves for a week, and then it'll become a little bit of a habit to do good things for myself. Hello, Godindra. Catch you later, mate. Nice chatting. Thank you again. I subbed. I'm good. How are you? I'm alright, mate. Thank you for asking. I've done 3 waters today. That's a start. We're going to drink a decaffeinated coffee. By the end of the week, I'm saying that on air, I have to do the bread or the chickpea meal. By the end of the week, I have to do one of them. I have to. So we're doing that. So we're challenging ourselves on that. So we're challenging ourselves on a few angles here. And I'm thinking about joining a gym. If I don't join a gym, it'd be going back into my own little gym. So but the light is at the end of the tunnel for the sleep aid. So I've realised I can maybe get my sleep back. So the light is at the end of the tunnel, people! Just got to go through the crap of getting out of my system again. And being miserable for a week or two. Come on, people. I leave the live. It is because I have to sleep. No worries, mate. Nice chatting to you, Godindra. Have a good evening. Sleep well, baby. Sleep well. I didn't leave a spoon in there this time, or a knife. Keep leaving one bit of cutlery in there. Squirrel tub. Shut me like the curtain down. Whatever you call it. I've only been doing it for 2 weeks. I feel like an addict. Been off it for 30 days. I felt fine. First week was a bit shit. Now I got to go back into that position all over again. I wish I liked watching movies. I could put my head in a movie. Wish I had a game I could enjoy and get my teeth into. I can lose my head in there. No worries, buddy. I'm even an addict to this coffee now. I was going to get a caffeine one out. That shows you my addiction. 2 addictions I got to try and deal with now. Be right in a week. "10 days, guaranteed. I'll be alright." Just got to get there. Right then, people. That's 2 hours I've managed to burn. Nice chatting to you all. Thanks for the thumbs up. It's got me through 2 hours of my day, and I've got to try and find a way through the next 6 hours of my evening. And maybe more. Catch you later, people. Have fun.